BTS News Today. Amid the flickering lights of the city and the glitter of the global fashion industry, one figure stole the night: Jungkook. As the fashion world prepares to welcome famous faces, no one expected that the presence of one of the BTS members would turn the atmosphere of the Calvin Klein event into an unforgettable euphoria. He came with steady steps, a fluffy smile on his face that seemed to glow under the glare of the flash. However, as soon as he came, as soon as he left, leaving a million question marks. What exactly happened? Ever since it was first announced that Jungkook would be the global ambassador for Calvin Klein, the fashion world and K-pop fans have been talking about him. Her charismatic figure, a look that always looks effortless yet stunning, as well as her sobriety amid the hustle and bustle of the celebrity world, make her the perfect choice to represent this brand that has long been a symbol of courage and daring style. But that night, something was different. Something that cannot be explained only through beautiful pictures on Instagram or live broadcasts of fashion influencers. Jungkook arrived at the event wearing Calvin Klein's latest collection. A classic black denim jacket with a modern cut combined with slim-fit trousers perfectly showcased her toned silhouette. A simple white t-shirt becomes the base layer, reinforcing the minimalist but seductive concept. Her slightly disheveled black hair looked like the evening wind was combing it casually. As she stepped onto the red carpet that was already packed with journalists and photographers, the camera flashes never stopped. But the smile he displayed that night felt like an enigma. Not a joyful smile or a proud smile of achievement, but a smile that keeps a secret. It was as if there was something behind it that ordinary eyes could not see. Many say that a smile is like a short greeting, not a warm welcome. Jungkook has always been known as a person who kept his emotions and gestures sharp, but the night felt more than just professional. He looks like someone who forces himself to be present. The event took place magnificently. Guests from different countries attended, including top Hollywood celebrities, other K-pop stars, as well as world fashion industry figures. Music plays, glasses of champagne clash, and cheers are heard every time someone important enters the room. However, the spotlight only really came together when Jungkook appeared in the VIP area. He stood there, listening intently to a Calvin Klein executive speak, but his gaze often turned to the corner of the room. Like looking for someone, or maybe wanting to make sure of something. Some fans who were lucky to be around the public area were able to see Jungkook from afar. They shouted his name, held up a small light stick, and held their breath as their idol looked at them, and then waved briefly. The moment was captured from various angles, spread across social media in a matter of minutes, and became a worldwide trending topic. But just 15 minutes after that moment, Jungkook disappeared from the main area. Many people wonder why it didn't last long. As the main face of Calvin Klein's latest campaign, she was supposed to be at the center of the entire evening's activities. He is even rumored to be going on stage to say a few words, or simply greet the public. But it did not happen. Even her fellow celebrities seemed surprised, one of whom was a famous model from New York who honestly told the media, "I didn't get to meet her in person, but I was looking forward to the interaction." Rumors began to appear. Some say that Jungkook is not feeling well. Some people mentioned that he looked a little pale and seemed to be holding back something while talking to his staff. But the rumors were soon refuted by several eyewitnesses who said that he actually looked calm and healthy. Another allegation is that there was a technical problem in the event that made the schedule had to be adjusted, so Jungkook was only able to attend briefly. However, what made everything even more mysterious was the fact that after leaving the venue, he was not seen in any footage. Including the hotel where VIP guests were staying. A professional photographer assigned to follow the movement of the guests that night revealed, "I didn't have time to take many photos. Jungkook just passed us for a bit, smiled, then went inside, and when I thought I was going to get more frames, he was gone." It all happened so fast. Social media is not silent either. Armies from all over the world are trying to figure out what's going on. They compared photos, re-recorded videos, and even tried to read excerpts from short videos. He looked like he was saying something like, "I have to go now," said one fan who uploaded the video with homemade subtitles. Many suspected that Jungkook was facing a personal situation that made him have to leave the show early. A few hours earlier, Jungkook had posted a picture of the sunset on his personal brand with the caption, "Some moments are not for cameras." The sentence is now interpreted as a sign that something is indeed going on behind the scenes. Interestingly, some sources mentioned that Jungkook's departure that night was not only based on personal reasons, but also as a form of statement against the fashion event system that sometimes forces the stars to continue to smile even though they feel uncomfortable. Jungkook is known to be sensitive to his surroundings, and he often emphasizes the importance of personal space, even in the midst of life as a superstar. Shortly after the event ended, representatives from Calvin Klein issued a very diplomatic official statement. "We are grateful for Jungkook's presence at tonight's event. Even though it was only for a short time, his presence gave a tremendous boost to our campaign. We understand and respect every personal decision made by our brand ambassadors." The statement caused even more speculation, as it did not clearly explain the reasons behind his sudden departure. Meanwhile, the army continued to show their full support. On X, formerly Twitter, the trending tag #WeSupportYou Jungkook filled the timeline with millions of tweets. Positive messages flooded Calvin Klein's official account as well as Jungkook's personal account. Many of them wrote that Jungkook's presence, however brief, was enough to show his commitment to the brand and fans. But the story is not over yet. 2 days after the event, a video from the CCTV of the hotel where Jungkook was staying was leaked to the public. The video shows Jungkook exiting the hotel wearing casual clothes and a mask, accompanied by 2 staff. He appeared to be talking on the phone with a serious expression. Since the video appeared, speculation has been growing. Some said that he received important news from Korea. Others thought that maybe he was facing an emotional dilemma that made him feel uncomfortable in the crowd. Even so, most fans chose not to dig too deep and focus on the message Jungkook wanted to convey: that not all moments should be wasted. Sometimes, a short smile is more sincere than 1,000 words. Jungkook is a man who always prefers quality over quantity, and that night, he may have given the best of himself, a brief presence full of meaning. A few days later, Jungkook uploaded a selfie on his personal brand. Without a caption, just a picture of him smiling a little, sitting by the window with the morning sun shining on his face. Comments flooded the photo with support and love from around the world. The fans understood, even when he didn't say anything. They knew that the smile was the answer to all the questions that hadn't yet had time to be answered on the eve of the Calvin Klein show. Come, smile, and go. A simple action, but it contains a lot of story in it. Jungkook, in his own way, proved once again that he is no ordinary idol. He is someone who knows when to speak and when to be silent. And in that silence, it still conveys a powerful message about personal boundaries, emotional honesty, and beauty in a brief moment. What really happened that night may never be fully revealed. But one thing is for sure, Jungkook's presence at the Calvin Klein show became an unforgettable moment in the history of fashion, and more than that, a lesson in how to be a man who remains true to himself, even when the whole world demands otherwise.